Hey, welcome to the forest. Hello. Today I'm going to focus on doing a very chill ASMR stream. Haven't done ASMR in a while. I feel like it's become a part of me actually, so maybe I have been doing ASMR. Yeah, I wanted to film a video now for a few weeks, but I think I'm wanting to feel your energy in real time and feel you here with me when I channel, when I go into a space where what I share is for the benefit of all of us. When I look back on my videos, which I don't really do at all, it's actually just one of those things that's in the past already, but I realized that it took a lot of energy to film and to post, and recently there's been so many videos that I've made that I haven't posted, and it's just, I think that leads me to why I'm wanting to stream. Today is not a usual day for streaming, and hello Pegasus, hello everybody, welcome in. It's nice to see you, Jack, Constantine, welcome. It's not my usual day to stream, but I am wanting to maybe make up for any lost videos by just getting on stream, and then I can't not post it, right? I have to show up, and that's what I'm doing. I'm drinking some mint tea with motherwort as well. Really helps with the stomach, the mint, the digestive system. And motherwort really helps with the heart. Helps to relax your heart. And today that's what the stream is going to be about. It's relaxation, calm, serenity, tranquility, all of those good things. And yeah, I really want to feel like I'm in the forest with you, even though we're in a room, we're all in probably a space that, unless you're out in nature. But I kind of want to bring through this notion of being energetically in a forest, somewhere that is really feeling magical and bluebells, magic, and see where we can open our energies from there. I feel like when you're in a really relaxed space, you can imagine a lot more, you can go into your theta brainwaves a lot more, and be much more floaty, like a fairy, I want to say, and less in the constructs of society or anything that may be causing some kind of stress. But that doesn't mean to say that it always causes stress. Going into, like, we're gonna go to one of my favorite stores in a couple hours. I think it's called Chocolate, and I don't know, there's just something nice about going into the city and seeing people and just watching them from afar, but at the same time there's a time for that, and there's a time for relaxation coming in to the body, coming into the heart, and here we are. Greetings to you in Germany. It's far away. It does, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Hi, cul-de-sac man. Hello to you in India. Yes, you may. Do you think is your personal current level you are standing at in relation to your life learning experience? It's a very interesting question. Never been asked that before. Thank you for your question. I don't have any immediate answers, honestly, but I like your question. I think that could be a topic for some deep thought. So I'm going to write it down and see where we go with that. I do have some things I want to cover with you today, see how far we get. I'm just really wanting to share beautiful energy with the collective, with you individually, with you collectively, and just hold that safe container, hold that safe space for us to relax and release and start the day off right, start the evening off right, I guess. So I'm gonna write it down, your question, because I'm not really I'm in a floaty space right now. I was just watching a beautiful stream, and I think after yesterday, I cleared something that was quite big energetically in my field, and today I feel a little bit like I've been reborn. That sounds, whatever it sounds like, it's true. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, really. And I don't know how long I'll be streaming for, but until we go to Chocolate, I think. I don't know if it's a chain, but they make some of the best chocolate desserts there that and we trust the ingredients too, because that's the other side of it, right? The lady who makes it, she, I believe, is from Asia, and she makes this, like, my favorite one, I don't know the name, it's just this little chocolate ball, and it has like what tastes like caramel in it. And that's something that I haven't eaten for a very long time, because I tend to only stick to, when I eat cacao, I either eat it with honey or sugar, and I try not to eat too much sugar, but it is one of my favourite things, so I do indulge. I have indulged recently quite often in chocolate, I must say, but from good sources for the most part. So, yeah, today I'm gonna be open to whatever the room kind of wants to explore, whether it be sound healing, ASMR. All I really have is my fairy chimes for sound healing. I have this bowl, which isn't mine actually, but it's been definitely taking me on a journey with heart healing. And I have my tuning fork as well. It's very small, but it does the job. And meditation is something that I want to kind of have more of an experiential in and out space with, because for me, I don't tend to do long meditations. I just like to do several little moments of mindfulness during the day, little meditations during the day, and it's kind of what we can share with the light language, with the meditation. Hello again, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. You're so generous. Happy Friday. Speaking of being Friday, TGIF, that doesn't really apply to me because I work any day of the week that I kind of want to, but there's still definitely a vibe of TGIF for all of us. I don't know why. It's Freya's Day, I think. So this is for you and for all of us to just I'm going to ask the space to be opened to a sacred intention where we honor the four corners, and in doing so we come into the heart space. So I'm going to start in the west. May there be peace in the west. Thank you to the angel of water and the angel of love for bringing blessings to the west. May there be peace in the north. Thank you to the angel of earth and joy for bringing blessings to the north. May there be peace in the east. Thank you to the angel of air and wisdom for bringing clarity to the east. Just a little extra for the south. I don't know why the south is always an interesting energy. When I come to it in my directions, the south for some reason always has a very intriguing energy. I don't know how to explain it. But we give thanks to the south, the angel of fire and motivation, prana, will and movement. May there be peace and blessings in the south. And then coming to the heart space, beautiful open heart space that we learned about this week. how to balance that space with boundaries, but also with open-heartedness, wholeheartedness. We come to the middle of all things. And take a seat in the middle of your heart space. So, that was a little gift. Thanks to Elizabeth. Beautiful sound healing to start off our Friday. For me, it's afternoon. Let us know where you're coming from in the world. I know we're all on different time zones. Alright. So, I was going to write down your questions so that I can think about it a little bit more. Atria? I don't think I've pronounced that right, but is that how you pronounce your name? Atria? Simply, where do you stand in life from a learning point of view? I'd say that I'm carrying on the theme of what I've been sharing with you all through stream, which is opening my heart so that I'm releasing myself, surrendering myself to any judgment that comes along in my mind for myself towards other people. And that to me is probably one of the biggest focuses right now for me. In terms of learning, I haven't really been studying very much. As I say as much, I'm pretty sure I study every day just from reading something online or in a book. But I definitely feel like more experiential. I don't know if that's the word. So yeah, I don't think I really answered the question as well as I would like to, but that's okay. I feel like I'm going through a rebirth. In my dream last night, someone gave me a book, I think it was Eddie, a book of initiation. And actually, maybe we can delve into that today, maybe not, but initiation into success with what I provide in the world, with how I come to a greater understanding of myself and the world around me. So it's like a type of spiritual awakening that is just a continuous stream of new thoughts, new feelings, and embodiment of the experience as well. I can be, full of things to say, but I also want to be full of heart and full of feeling. There's definitely something to speaking where you can be full of heart, or you can just be full of no feeling, like a numbness. So it's like I'm trying to learn how to express in a new way that is more feeling. I think we remember how people make us feel the most. And it's because the feeling is what fuels us, as we were talking about yesterday. Love fuels us. And when it's gone, when it's not there for ourselves or for others, it can be, kind of sad. Ball is best. Thank you. I appreciate your question. So yeah, we can explore just whatever energies flow through today, which self and environmental reflection. Doing your best to flow and be with the frequencies. Thank you. Well, it takes one to know one. I think being open is key, actually. Not trying to be in control all the time, surrendering that control as much as we can. Alright, so I have this feeling like exciting things are on the horizon. My birthday's coming up, which is actually, I feel better celebrating it. I say better, I've never really felt super excited to celebrate my birthday, but because it's on the Lionsgate, and when I found out about the Lionsgate about 2-3 years ago, I was just kind of like, yes, this feels like something I want to explore energetically. So we're definitely within that time range right now of the Lionsgate. And yesterday we drove to a restaurant to find my favorite snacks, some chocolate dessert, and there was a yoga yurt nearby that we've driven past before, and they happened to be hosting something for the Lionsgate, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get to do that. It looks like an awesome workshop. I don't know about you guys, but I do love these portals where we can open this sacred space with each other from our own homes, but I also feel the call to learn and grow in person with other people. And that's not an easy thing for me because I don't know what it is about socialization in person. I'm rewriting my script about socialization in person. I'm going to be more open, hopefully, but that's not been my story. My story has been that I, kind of avoid socialization and things like that, but that's actually it's not true all the time, but recently with the isolation, I think the loneliness that's occurred for a lot of people across the globe, it seems like we've had to find new ways to feel joy and harmony that don't involve the ways that we used to find joy and harmony in our world. But now I feel like things might begin to open up again, and we get to be renewed, we get to start again. And so in this new starting again, this rebirth with the Lionsgate coming up, because I do really feel that energy will guide many of us to have to face some of our deepest stuff and then transform it into something new and beautiful. And that means that we can choose what we want to become. We can choose what avenue we want to go down. Yesterday I was talking all about the struggles that I've had with heart opening, that you've had with heart opening, and then we transformed them into things that are more like successes. And that's my goal at the moment with everything in my life. As soon as I have a difficult thought pattern, I'm trying to become more conscious of it and transform it into something that is beautiful and joyful and makes me feel good about life. Sometimes we can't control that, and so we have to surrender, and that's the other side of it as well. So to hear these sounds, I don't know if you can without headphones or not. So just going to set the tone, set the atmos. I am available to do readings today for any Team Air members that are here, or if you're Team Earth and you haven't had a reading this month, feel free to ask for one. And as members, you do get exclusive videos as well. And as I said, exciting things are coming. I just haven't necessarily been able to create everything that I want to create yet, but I'm going to be here with you for the long run. So they will get created in time. But today I feel like blissful meditations is something we can explore just in little increments during our day. Just little imaginary spaces that take us into a really good feeling. Like when I think about Celtic lore, for example. Welcome to Team Earth, Elizabeth. Yes, building our foundations. Beautiful. To build our foundations, I think we can talk about grounding. That's a big topic. You will have access. Oh, you were here for the boundaries. But yes, I feel like little spaces during the day where you can pull up. As I was saying, like I really like feeling into the Celtic vibes. There's been so much that went on that was not so magical, growing up in England. Just because there's just a lot of heavy energy there. As there is with some places all over the world, just things happen. Tapping into the Celtic side of things though really brought this magic alive. Really brought nature alive, So, here's a little bit of the tuning fork. Oh, you're so lovely. Team Earth, exactly. We're all part of Team Earth, even if you don't join, you're still part of Team Earth. But I am very, very grateful for the support. It helps. It goes a long way. Very grateful. I'm feeling like maybe we could do an earth medicine card for you, for the chat, or we could do some flower medicine. But I feel maybe the herb crafters would be a nice way to pull up on some earth medicine. It's kind of like creating when I was saying about these little moments of blissful meditation that lead into life, is that we're building this sacred sanctuary in our mind of energy, and every time we tap into that good feeling stream of wholeness and energy, sacred sanctuary energy within us, like tapping into Celtic vibes, Egyptian vibes, Atlantis vibes, Amurian vibes, anything that really stands out to you is like a magical vibe. It can be anywhere at all in the world. It can be any kind of myth or fantasy at all. I do feel that we're building it in our bodies, like we're building that frequency. And that's just my feeling about it. I do also feel that fantasy and things like that is kind of a way for us to cope with the real world, and it's absolutely a beautiful way to do it. So if it helps, why not? Why not? Hi Tom, go Team Earth. Yeah, we can, just before I do this reading here, pull a little card for us. We can do a little Gaia meditation, if you like. And it will be a short one because I am wanting to do just set the space, set some sacred space with you all. But one of my favorite things to do is feel as though you're in the woods somewhere that's really magical to you. Let me see here. Let's do this for a second. Just picturing somewhere that is maybe maybe it's sunrise or a sunset. The timing is perfect for you in this moment to go into a space in nature, wherever that may be for you, just in your mind, in your imagination. And what do your five senses pick up on? Maybe you can smell the pine trees. You can smell some flowers, maybe some moss. What do you feel on your body? Maybe some dewdrops gently land on your shoulders. And maybe the wind is gently rustling the leaves as you walk past, giving you that feeling that the forest is talking to you. And there's a sense of familiarity as you walk through this forest. You've been here before, and you sense that you've created many magical moments in this forest. Maybe you taste one of the I'm gonna say lemon clover, because I don't know if they actually grow in forests, but it's one of my favorite greens to eat, is lemon clover. And it's lucky, so it tastes like lemon and it's lucky. And it's as soon as you bite into it, the sweetness just really awakens your senses and does something to your energy system where it just becomes that bit more alive, that bit more able to smell, sense and feel all of the nature around. And maybe you gently place your hand on one of the trees, and all of a sudden a song begins to erupt from you. And this song you send into your feet, into the earth beneath you, as gratitude for this moment, this magical moment in nature. Maybe you can hear some birds, maybe a water stream nearby, fire crackling. And then you feel at peace in this forest. You feel as though magic is all around you. And as you walk through the mossy carpet, you feel connected to Gaia, to the earth. And you create something, some kind of gift to give back. What would you like to offer to the earth today? Maybe a smile, a sense of vitality, maybe a song, maybe just gratitude and thanks. And you feel the fairies. Yes. Just waving their energy wands nearby you. You can sense them bringing good energy to you. And this good energy is also raining down from the sky. Beautiful rainbow clouds are sending you these violet, blue, pink, green, yellow, orange, red, bronze rays, silver, golden rays all around you. And you realize that this feeling of euphoria, of joy, of laughter, of love is all there really is. That is the most true about life, and that which we're all truly seeking beyond any of the other things in life, like success or fame or money or prestige, or even the best relationships in the world cannot come unless we ourselves have a good relationship with who we are and with the earth, because that can allow for the material side of things to become this bridge into the spiritual world where we become more awake to what's around us and sense into the vitality and the wholeness of life. Okay, so I have my tarot deck here. This is the Herb Crafter's tarot deck, and one of my favorites. So we're going to pull a little card that's both personal and collective. What message needs to be heard today? What message do you have for us? What message can we learn from and grow? Stay peaceful with, laugh with, cry with. Found it. Yeah, I bought it off Amazon, and I didn't even know that such a deck existed, but I love it because it teaches me about herbalism, and there's just something so magical about learning about herbs. I don't know, when I used to play World of Warcraft, my only profession was to be a herbalist, and that's kind of stuck with me through life. So we usually have, this is a little example, we usually have porridge in the morning for breakfast. And I'm someone that cannot eat the same thing every day. It's just not my thing. Like I had to ask, like, what else can I have for breakfast that isn't porridge today? And this morning I had some fresh spinach from the garden. I had 2 eggs and some beans and cheese, and I must say it really started me off in a good way. It's amazing how just a little bit of food medicine can repair your gut. You know, if you're like, I've been getting some pains in my stomach recently, and I think it's maybe too much coffee, or I don't know what causes me to have that, but coffee, sometimes too much alcohol can cause that, although I don't drink much anyways. So having a wholesome breakfast, I did, like just waking up in the morning and just going and picking spinach from the garden, or pine needle tea first thing in the morning. There's just something so joyful about that, where my dream is to have an animal sanctuary of some kind one day, a food sanctuary, where first thing in the morning I can just go and I can get the eggs straight from the chickens and thank them, and I can go and I can pick the blueberries straight from the bush and eat them, because then it's more of a communion and it feels wonderful. Hi Ken, nice to see you. Yeah, they are magical. I work with essential oils quite a bit. They really uplift my mood. I didn't put any on today actually, but yeah, it's one of my favourite things to work with. It does, yeah. It's your dream too. I think so many of us have this dream to build a sanctuary, and we're all finding our own individual ways to do it. And I think it's going to be, I think little groups of people coming together is going to change the world for the better. Like when you can get together with a group of people in your area that have the same kind of visions and goals for the future, I think that's where the change that we're looking for can happen, because now you're surrounded by people that you can make decisions with, and you're on maybe the same page. You're all trying to bring abundance, happiness into your lives in similar ways, and everyone gets to go to their tribe. Like if that's not your ideal of heaven, maybe in the city and in something else is going to work for you, but as long as you find that space, that'd be beautiful. But right now I feel like we're all kind of scattered everywhere in the world, so who knows what's going to happen 10 years from now. But I do think that a lot of us have this same dream to want to create some kind of sacred sanctuary to really experience life and to really experience prosperity and vitality and nature's medicine. And so speaking of nature's medicine, what do we have? Oh, blue and reds. Adelita of water. Adelita of water. I believe Adelita. What is Adelita again? I think it might be. I'm going to have to check the book. Octilio. Ocotillo. This is new. I've never pulled this card before. So we're gonna learn something today. We're gonna learn something new. And let me see. Oh yes, I do have it. yeah, everything you can think of. You can dream up in that space. You're adding to that collective bank of goodness that everyone's trying to, not everyone, but some people have a similar vision and a goal, and that's going to attract you to them. And even if you are across the world from those kinds of people, you can still feel that same momentum, that same, that similar wavelength of wanting to accomplish something that I guess you would class as a success by the time you reach that space. But it's about the journey too. And so as a part of the journey, I might actually turn this over so you can see it. I kind of want to give you a better view here. So I'm going to see if I can turn on my second camera, because the imagery in the stick is really beautiful, and it'd be nice if you could see it close. Okay, let me see here. So I think it might be, nope, I think it must be this one. Yeah, okay. So, see what I can do. This. It's kind of small, but maybe we can make it bigger. It's kind of big now. Oops, try not to move this one. Alright, let's make it a little bit smaller. There we go. It's a little bit blurry, but looks like she's near the mountains. She's pouring herself, looks like some yummy tea or juice. I'm not too sure. We're going to find out. Herb Crafter's Tarot. Okay. So water, straight away, we're dealing with emotions, love, relationships, and this is probably one of the cards. So probably student. I have a feeling this is, I don't know, let me check, because we're learning. Yeah. So Adelita, oh, is a warrior of water. Okay, so this is interesting because we're talking about sanctuary, and here we have the warrior of activism, drive, and autonomy. The Adelita cards feature plants that are controversial in some way. They are focused on remedies for the young girl emerging into womanhood, but can be used by others as well. The plants themselves poke and scratch. The medicine is spicy and has bite. The herbs of the Adelitas drive the herb crafter to experiences that challenge her resilience. They prove her loyalty to the plants and this ancient wisdom. They invite her to explore the world with passion and creativity. The Adelitas correspond to knights in traditional tarot decks. We have Knight. Knight of Water, Knight of Cups. They represent the fight we often encounter when first defending our path to the outside world. Oh, okay. They approach adventures with conviction and righteousness. The Adelitas call us to a time of drive and fortitude. They are the warriors of the elements, showing us how to defend and serve. As guides, they offer the gift of activism. Alright, so let's learn about the plant. Ocotillo. Okay, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's okay. It says, this is for you, all of you here in chat. So, protect your heartwood, but let your love blossom. I'm probably going to show you up close. Give you a little bit of a better view. Protect your heartwood, but let your love blossom. That's really interesting because we've, in this week, for example, covered how to have boundaries with your heart and how to open your heart. We love it, great. Yes, very beautiful, NJ. So the fact that it's talking about balance again with your heart is probably synchronicity. So it says strong boundaries create healthy relationships. Right. Give your whole heart to your cause. It's really perfect. Thank you. Alright. So a young woman is on a solo hiking retreat in the desert. Oh, okay, so this is a desert we're seeing here. Don't know if it's kind of blurry or what. There we go. So she's in the desert. She makes camp near an ocotillo cactus. Oh, okay, it's a cactus. The plant is crowned with vibrant pink blossoms and overlooks a river running through the canyon. The bright blue sky is dotted with fluffy clouds. She adds flowers to water to make tea, changing the liquid to a delicate pink. The Adelita of water is committed to nurturing her spirit. She knows that time alone allows for the discovery of her innermost desires. As the inner heartwood of Octillo is used as sturdy building material, she vows to be a model of self-care. Just as the beautiful flowers of the Octillo remain safe at the top of the tall plant covered in hidden thorns, she shares her heart with brilliant flair while keeping it safe and protected from harm. I'll read that again. She shares her heart with brilliant flair while keeping it safe and protected from harm. The most random thing just came into my head then. We were watching last night something on YouTube, a documentary on YouTube called The 9 Scariest Tribes in America, North America, and the world maybe, that I think it said the US government is scared of. They go to great lengths to protect themselves from their enemies and protect themselves from, evil spirits and things like that. So that was an extreme one to finish off the day with after such a heart-opening kind of space. But yeah, I guess it's in fluctuation with everything, so just a random note there. She shares her heart with brilliant flair while keeping it safe and protected from harm. She has a deeply caring centre, but will battle to protect her boundaries when it comes to love. How perfect is this card to receive? I mean, if you've been here for Tuesday and Thursday stream and you're here now, it's a really nice way to round off the work week. So here is 3 things you can do to craft with the add a liter of water. Okay, so this is where you can, bring through. Oh, I think somebody might be home. This is where you can work with this plant, this cactus. If you ever find it, if you ever want to, you can do something physical with it. Warm your heart. Make a sun tea with flower blossoms. So anything you can find. If you have a garden, if you can find a plant, use an app like Plant Snap, or just try and identify it through a book and see if it's actually something you can make a tea out of, because it can have some good benefits for you. But definitely do your research, because you don't want to be just willy-nilly taking things and trying them just in case they're like a small amount from the garden. Like if you didn't know what plant it was or flower it was, probably wouldn't hurt, but just to be on the safe side, maybe research it. But yeah, or maybe buy some flower blossoms from the store and make a tea with it. Your boundaries are sacred. Grow a small cactus in a windowsill pot to remind you. I don't have a cactus. I don't know if a cactus would do well here. I have a succulent. It's the only succulent that survived. I had another one, but it died. I don't know if you can see it. It's the little yellow pot in the middle of the windowsill. And it says use the inner bark of octillo or another beloved plant as a reminder to protect your heart. Okay, so the advice I would say to go along with this card is that when you can balance between being your authentic self, so whatever emotions you're having, whatever mental state you're at, if you can find a nice calm space to express that with yourself, with life, I think automatically you're going to have that good balance between a boundary and between opening, to keep it simple. But if you do want to know more about boundaries that we talked about on Tuesday, and heart opening that we talked about yesterday, if you're on Team Earth, you'll be able to catch the replays. So I will actually post the replay from yesterday after this stream. I've got to do that. But I am going to make it nice and cohesive for you that are on Team Earth, Team Air, Team Water, Team Fire, Team Ether, to go back and see playlists. Because my idea is to come on here as often as I can, and actually, instead of film videos, is stream live this information that I want to share with you for Team Earth, Team Water, Team Fire, etc. And then have it all be there in the archive for you to go back and look at anytime you want to. So yeah, if anyone wants to share their experience with boundaries and heart opening, feel free. We've been talking about it a lot this week, and there could be some more information that we could learn. But for now, I think keeping it simple, just allowing yourself to feel safe, to share, and allowing yourself to feel into when you can probably save. I don't know, maybe not oversharing, right? Sometimes oversharing, I don't think it's a bad thing. But it might make us feel uncomfortable if we haven't understood what we need to about ourselves first. So that's why this card is very much a card of going inward, expressing yourself with nature around you. So, really good card for the stream, I think. Really good. Awesome, yeah. I will make sure to put it on there so that you can. Awesome. Yeah. It's like there's a lot there, isn't there? The heart opening, there's a lot. Safe and sleep, safe and sound. Yes. Yeah, finding that balance. Finding that balance between, hello Queen. Me too. Me too. We got this. We got this. Finding that balance is key with most things. With opening your heart and with sticking to your boundaries. And it takes a while to get to know what it looks like on both sides of the coin. So the cactus is the plant medicine for today that reminds us of our boundaries. And also the pink nectar from the flower reminds us of the heart opening space we can come to. Yeah, it is definitely a powerful time. I can feel there's a lot of transformation going on in the just everyday moments for me, and also with the collective. And yeah. Thank you, Jack. That's really kind of you. Appreciate that. So, what else can I share with you? So we've talked about blissful meditations that lead into life. Just little 2-minute ones. That's kind of what I'm offering here. The light language meditation, it's just like a reset to get into that blissful space, come into the heart, come into the imagination space. You can try practicing that on your own as well, just during the day. When things are getting a little bit heavy, just take yourself to your favorite place in nature and really explore there in your mind for that time, and you're building up an energy bank, storage bank of good energy, good vibes, every time you go there. So I think it's really good. I'm going to do like a little bit of ASMR. I haven't done ASMR in a really long time, but I do feel like it's a good way to get into your feeling bodies, to really pay attention with your ears. So if anyone does want a little light language meditation, we can do that and focus on our energy centers, focus on that inner space, and allow this voice to take you there. What else? Okay, let's talk about how it takes time to become what you're trying to become. And it takes time to fulfill all of the things that you want to accomplish in your life. I have so many ideas, for example, that I want to share with you and create with you as part of my business, as part of my expression in this life. And I know that it takes time to accomplish, it takes time to build them. So that's why I think commitment and devotion to the big things, to the big energies that we can work with. Because what does it mean to really commit yourself, to devote yourself to something? I've actually not done so well with that most of my life. I've never stayed in a job longer than 2 years. Actually, this is the only job I've stayed at. Technically job. Because I've been on YouTube 6 years. And it is the longest thing I've really ever done. So finding that thing you can devote yourself to, whether it be a hobby, whether it be personal growth, working on your energy centers, understanding, doing this work. I must say, if you're doing this work, this spiritual work, to kind of step into the best version of you, to align yourself with everything that your mental, your physical, your emotional needs are, it really is like a full-time job. And to those of you that are just working a full-time job in the physical space, you're just as important, and your journey and your message is just as important. And when I talk about the spiritual side of things, I don't ever want it to seem like it's just if it's for you, if it resonates for you. If it doesn't resonate for you, there's another side to it that you're doing that's maybe more in the physical. But for me, I've struggled with not doing more things in the physical and always doing things that were more energetic. But now I feel like there's a real space being created for people that are maybe more of a visionary, or are maybe more into metaphysical things like meditation and things like that, to explore life. There's lots of different ways we can go about exploring life, and once we find an avenue we can devote ourselves to, there's a nice kind of concentration that can happen there. So that's another thing that I'm working on, another space that I'm working on. And there's a type of surrender to that space. That feels really good. Feels like there's nothing to search for, there's only things to create, things to facilitate, space, sacred space to facilitate. And that's my type of to-do list, I guess. I don't really have a to-do list, but I have goals, right? Hi, Rosie. All right, well, I hope this can be a relaxing space for you before you go to work. You can release and just get yourself to a nice energy, nice frequency of being connected to yourself and your heart and your energy body. Hi, Kim. Practicing being open, spontaneous, and nurturing new and old friendships. Beautiful. I like that. Oh, big love, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. You're so kind. Thank you, Jack. Yes. ASMR was my gateway into everything that I do now. So I definitely am grateful for ASMR and everything that it opened to me. Before, I didn't even think people like me could or should or would even try to be on YouTube, because I think ASMR opened up a space for introverts or like just more quiet people to have a space that's respected on social media platforms. I'm sure that there's always been more of that, but I think my idea of YouTube when I used to watch it when I was younger is that it was just for music, and it was just for, and I guess it was really, it started off just for music, and now on YouTube and Twitch there is a whole array of experiences and spaces you can go to. So I feel like doing those face exercises. Just stretching my face a little. Maybe we can do that together. Just tensing up any muscles or places in the body. Just kind of releasing any energy there. Stretching. And breathing. Almost finished my tea. I could definitely drink more. Oh, hopefully it's not too loud. I'm actually using some nature music. Yeah. So, I think if it wasn't for the road, you might be able to hear more of the birds that we have here because, especially in the morning, we have a lot of them come. If you feed the birds every day, like we do platform feeding, if you feed them every day for, a few years, like the population of birds and squirrels and chipmunks, if you happen to be in North America, will double if not triple, although that also invites more predators like hawks, and I rarely see eagles here, but turkey vultures, see herons quite a bit around here, but they go for fish more than birds. And obviously cats. They have to look out for Abel, who is currently snoozing underneath the blanket there. That's his favourite little spot. So yeah, there's no greater feeling actually than animals coming to your property and having their little lunch. My goal is to, one day, our goal is to have like loads of little tables in the garden where they can come and have their nuts and just have lunch times and dinner times with us, really, because it brings me so much joy to watch them. And I used to actually hand feed them, but I've not been doing that. Ever since I got Abel, I've been more I don't know. I should probably do that again. I used to sit outside and just hold seeds in my hand, and a couple of birds would land and chipmunks would come. It takes a while, it takes patience. So anyway, I'm gonna close this reading space now for this card. And what else am I gonna do? Oh, another thing I wanted to mention today. Today is a bit more of a chill stream, but I obviously can't help but mention specific things that have come up for me as important. Hey, welcome, San. Welcome to Team Earth. So glad to have you in this space. Yeah, our group is growing, Team Earth and Team Air. And so that means that I'm going to make sure to have lots more exclusive content for you that you won't see on YouTube. Well, you will see it on YouTube, but it will be unlisted in the background. So thank you. I really appreciate that very much. Helps me to continue doing the work that I'm doing, sharing this space with you, learning and growing with you. So thank you. And how about we do a little bit of sound healing, and then I wanted to talk about you and how important you are for your journey. If you're here especially, I think you might fall into this category. Coming into your body, feeling all of your limbs, and your heart space. Breathing out any tension. bit of heart here and there. There's a little bit of tuning fork. Just gonna let this sound kind of comb through space, my space. Just comb through, soften any edges, soften this space. Like so. I guess. My favourite animal. Dolphin comes to mind. What about you? I love all animals. I mean, what can I say? That's the truth. But I'm still getting to be friends with spiders. To be honest. One day I'll feel like I'm friends with them, and then another day they'll scare the living out of me. But you know, it's only when they crawl on me. Most of the time I can appreciate it. Like every time I see a spider now, because I have a memory from being 5 years old. No, I was 2. We moved from Wales. I was born in Wales, and we moved from Wales to Lancashire. And I remember the first day we stepped into our new house, there was a huge, like this big spider in the bath. And for whatever reason, it just really freaked me out. And I still remember to this day. But now, I've had a few, I want to say initiations with spiders. Like I was in the forest a few months ago, and I was just sat enjoying the peaceful brook that I was sat next to, and I took my shoes off and I planted my feet in the moss, and I was actually making a voice recording to someone, and all of a sudden I saw that this white spider was crawling on my foot, and well, I wasn't as feeling good about it as I would like. So anyway, I looked up spider medicine, and they talk about how it's when you see a spider, it's trying to remind you of being creative, going into your creative body. And so that's my way of dealing with it now. Every time I see a spider, oh okay, thanks spider for reminding me to be more creative. It's just a little rewiring that you can do. If you're afraid of any animals, just look up their medicine, and every time you see them, think of that medicine. Don't think about how they're going to crawl on you and bite you. I mean, they may still do that, but I feel like the more fear we have surrounding them, the more we kind of attract them to us a little bit. I don't know. But I love cats, I love dogs, I love pandas, I love raccoons. We see so many raccoons on the road here. It's a shame. It's a real shame. I've kind of become a bit desensitized to it now. I see it so often, but they're so adorable. If you just, like, there was one in the park months ago. He was just standing around the bins, and a bunch of little kids were like trying to give him stuff, and he's just there with his little hands like this, and their eyes are so big, and just, yeah, they're just cute. I love them all. And I try to appreciate insects as well. Ants are fascinating. I mean, yeah, in my opinion they are, definitely. But yeah, I try and learn from them now, instead of getting all fearful about them, you know, because what's the point in that? Unless you're about to lose your life, then that's different. Definitely run. If you see a bear, Actually, I don't know if that's the best thing to do. Apparently you're supposed to stand there and watch them, or stare in their eyes, but I haven't come across a bear yet. Not yet. I wouldn't mind. Anyways, I also just want to say that I ordered a battery for this camera, and I say Eddie ordered a battery. He's been my brilliant tech guy. Thank you so much, Symbio. He's at work. And it was the wrong one, or at least it's not working, so I have to kind of switch my battery every time. I don't know, I just have a feeling that it might go off, but we might have a bit longer yet. So yeah, if it does go off, we'll go into a meditation. Alright? Nature meditation. So, yes, that was, got a little sidetracked, but that's good. We like talking about animals. Hope you enjoy the emotes. Thank you for the support. You would love to have a look outside. Sure, yeah, you should. I peek out there every day. Going to the garden is my favorite. Just, I don't know. Just all the colours and the sounds and the peacefulness of the trees blowing in the wind. It's like a meditation. Dogs. But since I've been walking a lot, cows come a close second. I love cows. We went to a petting zoo last year, and there was this cow who was in a little fenced off bit. I don't really like going to zoos, but this was a more of an open animal sanctuary kind of space, so it's a petting zoo. You get to pet them. And this horse, you could tell, was really not enjoying being there at all. And the cow was kind of like, I don't know, you could just tell they're best friends. This horse and this cow, they're in the same pen, and the cow is just like, I don't know, he just wanted you to love him, you could tell. And I went to stroke his nose, and he was just like staring at me the whole time. It was beautiful, but the horse was just like, the pony was not really enjoying it for whatever reason. Maybe he was just in a mood in that moment. But when I used to live in England, on the hills there, I used to, because where we live is right next to a farmer's land, and when the farmers went there, I would go up and I would sing to the cows. I don't know, I couldn't help it. They would really listen. Like if you get a group of cows, if you see a group of cows, I mean, they look at you anyways when you're walking past. So, I don't know, for whatever reason I wanted to sing to them. And I have some really good memories about that time in my life. Connected with the sheep a lot that were there, in a way that I never connected with sheep before. Yeah, there's all kinds of blessings you can have with animals. If the whole world was turned into an animal sanctuary, that would be awesome. I mean, it technically is in the big forests already. They're really common sheep in UK. I don't see them here though in Canada. It's less common. So I see more horses, and we definitely see cows. And we were driving somewhere with Madeline, Eddie's niece. We were going to the beach actually, and we drove past this field of horses, and there was one donkey in it, and she just said out loud, "Be the donkey in a field full of horses." And at the time I just nodded and was like, yeah. And then when I thought about it afterwards, when she was leaving a few days later, I wrote it down on a little wooden heart for her, because I thought, you know what, that's a really good message. And she's only 10, so I don't know, she's already coming up with her own quotes. I don't think I was doing that at 10, so this next generation has got it going on. Okay. Just love animals. I really do. We went horse riding in a forest a few months ago. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but anyway, I would really like to get to a point where I can, because I've only ever ridden a horse once before, and I think I was 6 or 7, long time ago. I'd like to get to maybe have some lessons with the horses and be able to take it out myself, because having an instructor there the whole time, like, I couldn't really connect with the horse as much, because she was wanting to chat with us, and that's perfectly well and good, but she was a bit more bossy, so I just had to kind of roll with it, and just, she's a good teacher, and you kind of have to be diligent when it comes to animals, because you don't know, but it would be nice to have more lessons and to be able to ride a horse through the forest more often, because they do that quite a lot here in Canada. It's pretty cool. We've seen this really majestic white horse. Someone was riding a white horse in a forest nearby us, actually, and it was just so, like, I don't know, that just seems like the perfect thing to do, is riding a horse through a forest. I don't know if it's just where I live, but you see that less in England. Farm animals, yeah, they deserve to be treated with a lot of respect. They do. We had some rams, actually, in the field, and my mum was telling me yesterday that they've had some bullocks in the field, but they were, if they're the grown bullocks, then they stay away from them because they can charge, but my mum was saying that there were these baby bullocks, and they're all watching Paul, because he was with his watering hose, and he was just watering the garden, and they're all watching him, these baby bullocks, and yeah, and they've been having some badgers around there, and I actually pulled my animal deck out for her and showed her the badger spirit animal. It's all about balance. We had it one time on stream, balancing the energies, the polar opposites. Deer, we also have a lot of deer here and back home in England. I haven't seen any foxes here though. Don't know why there's not as many foxes. Hear a lot of coyotes in the night time. Here, don't have any coyotes in England, obviously. So that's something new for me, hearing them every, I don't know, you hear them a couple times a month maybe in the night, and if Abel's out, then, oh, here's the deer, and here's the sheep too. I love the sheep card. It's just so sweet. It says act with fortitude and cooperation. And deer medicine. Oh, and here's cow medicine right next to it. Okay. Deer medicine is trust in the support of the universe. Archangels Gabriel and Hope for sheep. Archangels Michael and Faith for deer. And all of them seem to have like a little energy spot coming out of their, like an energy vibration coming out of their heart. The cows actually have it coming out of their third eye, if you see. Have a little energy vibration coming out of there, in the way that this artist has drawn it. And it says, give unconditional love and grace. So, I think automatically being around animals opens your heart. Especially if it's just out of the blue that you see them. So, animal medicine flowers there. Try and get it back into my business card holder. I'm actually going to make myself a business card, because if I do end up going to this Lionsgate retreat, I don't know, I feel like I should probably start getting my name out a little bit more in person. My advertisement is mainly through online stuff, so I'm going to make myself a business card and hopefully have some more one-on-one sessions in person. I am available for one-on-ones through Zoom. I've been doing those too. But it's nice to do things in person. They are difficult, yeah, they usually come out in the night, but me the dog, yes, but I do like it. On your walks, mainly see cows, sheep, squirrels, pheasants. Cool. Well, there we go. So, I think we're going to end now with a nice meditation, my loves. How about we do a little bit of just breathe in into rainbow centers. I'm actually going to change the music up a little bit. Just so we can end with a nice calming ambiance. I'm actually going to bring the arborist here. Yep. Okay. This video is for meditation, so I'm not going to take you through that just now. Next stream I will. For now, I'm just gonna listen to the frogs and the crickets and some forest sounds. Thank you. Right, so gonna enjoy these last moments here with you for today. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you to the new members. Join Team Earth today. And make sure you get your access to previous streams and that they're nice and cohesive, put into playlists. I may be live sometime this weekend, so hopefully we'll see you there. For now, I wish you the strength to find the rest of the day or night, whatever you need to learn or find out. take you to a deeper understanding of what joy is, what creativity is. Just allow you to be in a peaceful space, to learn more about who you are, to love more about who you are. And to allow for anything that wants to come through. Surrender to any difficult thoughts or emotions, and remember that boundaries is your best friend, and also heart opening is important. So I'll see you again very soon. And let's look out on the community tab. Subscribers, look out on the community tab. That's where I'll keep you updated. And I'll be here. And I'll see you next time. Okay. Believe in yourself.